Hey guys, welcome back to Heart and Soil Farms. I'm Rob. I've been working on some projects today, and I figured you guys might be able to get some use out of some of this stuff. So what I'm making today is modular drying racks. If you have vegetables you need to dry, you need onions or garlics or any other vegetables you may need to be dried out, or any plants. I figure I'll bring you along and show you what I'm doing. Let's go. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and put this as a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. I mentioned in the video that you need two 2x4x8s. You really need three. You don't use the whole third one, but you need a portion of it for the other two legs for your dry rack. So there's your disclaimer. Sorry. Okay, first thing, let's start off by saying that I'm in no way a professional carpenter. This is just the way that I've made these, but they have come together fairly simple. So I'm all about simple. Let's start off with some of the tools that you'll be using. Let's go to those. Alright, first thing, you may want to get some sawhorses. If you have anything to help you get your lumber up off the ground, it's just easier on your back and everything. But I have a T-square, or a square, excuse me. A marking utensil. I got a little carpenter pencil, a tape measure. You're going to need a hammer. Any type of hammer's fine. Some type of tin snips. Something you can cut your screening with. That's what I'm using. Some staple gun with what we got here. We got some T50 staples. You're going to need plenty of staples also. But mainly you're going to want to start out with a 2x4. 2x4s, you can, with two 2x4s, you can make the framework for one rack. And let's show you what the measurements are going to be. Alright, the reason I'm going to be giving you guys the measurements I'm giving is because the standard roll of the mesh screen, if you're just trying to make my racks are 2 feet wide and 5 feet long. So for the measurement to span across the drying rack just about right, these are the measurements that I'm taking. So your first mark on your 2x4 will be at 49 inches. You make a little mark there. Then you can use your square and mark that off. Alright, so we got that. That's 49 inches off the, it's an 8-foot 2x4 also, if I didn't mention that. My next measurement coming from the other end of the 2x4 is going to be at 21 inches. We'll put a mark there. 21 inches. And we'll put a straight line on that. Alright, so we got that mark. That's 21 inches. This is our first mark we made coming down this end of the 2x4. This was 59 inches. So you got a little bit over a foot left in between these two marks. Now from your next mark, the mark you just made, come back in, and from that mark, it doesn't matter, you can do it from either direction. But like I say, you have a little bit over a foot left in between this first mark and the second mark. So at 1 foot mark, go ahead and make a mark there, and you put a straight line on that as well. Alright, so now we got all our marks. Remember, the first mark was from the end of your 8-foot 2x4. You came up 59 inches, you made a mark. Go down to the other end of your 2x4, measure back 21 inches, make your mark. From this mark, over a foot, and that's your last mark. So now you have 3 marks on your 2x4. There's 3 there. So at this point, this one little spot here, this is just going to be a little scrap. You can save it, burn it, whatever you may need to use it for, a doorstop, anything. But that's scrap for this project. So let's get this cut. Alright, well, there's no specific type of saw that you need to use. I just happen to have a cordless rigid here. You can use a Sawzall, handsaw, little, I don't know, just any saw you got that's going to make it easy for you, because if you're going to make a few of these, you're going to want something powerful. So let's get these cuts going. Alright, like I said, two 8-foot 2x4s will frame out one drying rack for you. So let's get on to the next step. Alright, I'm not going to rebuild the frame. I mean, I am building more here shortly, but I'm out of lumber for the time being, so I'm going to just show you. I mean, it's really simple in the first place here. What you got is you got your two 59-inch boards on the outsides. As you see, they're on the outside. On the outsides, you have your 21-inch piece at each end that's on the inside. I got these fastened down here. I just got two construction, well, I got them indoor exterior, outdoor exterior screws, excuse me, hold them together. So two at that end, two down at that end, two there, and two down there. So that leaves you with the feet. I got the feet on the inside, right in the corner, up tight, flush with the top of the board. I got two screws holding those in. Like I said, I got it real flush here. If you've cut everything real nice and smooth, your drying trays will sit fairly flush for you. My drive's not the straightest drive, but it's going to work for us. So you just get that part all screwed together, and we'll get to this next step, putting on the screen. Alright guys, so what I'm using is a 25-foot roll, 2-foot wide hardware cloth. You can pick this up at any home store you got, or your co-op, or Tractor Supply, anywhere, any of the box stores, hardware stores. But the particular fabric I'm using is the 2-foot by 25-foot, but my pattern is a 1/4 inch, so it's real small. You can get 1/2 inch, 1 inch, whatever's going to work best for you. The price does change depending on the size. The larger the size, the cheaper it gets. So I got this fine stuff, it costs a little bit more, but it's, you know, I'm going to be able to use this for anything I need to use it for. So I just went in and spent the money now and got it over with. But this is what I'm using, so let's get going on putting this on. Alright guys, so I just have my roll of hardware cloth laying down on the ground so it's easy to roll off. Like I say, your sawhorses helps you get this stuff off the ground, so it's easier to work with. You're not breaking your back. So I may be fighting the sawhorses a little bit too, because they're just about as wide as this table is. So but, that's how it goes. So I got laying up here up top. What I'm going to do is take about 1/4 of an inch and put it over the edge down here. Check your sides, make sure you're not overhanging anything, because this should be a real clean fitting across here. Down here at the end, I'm going to take 1/4 inch and we'll put it down over the edge. You really don't have to do any measurements, because of the size of the cloth, you know what your measurement is. This is 1/4 inch, so give it a little bend here over the edge. Be careful, I'm not using any gloves or anything. These things could poke you, but that just keep you awake. Down the edge, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple staples in. Put my staples in maybe every 1.5 inches or so. Alright, so we got those in. After I do that, I like to tap them in and go ahead and get them sitting in there firm. My staple gun ain't like heavy duty, and this helps get any stray wires off the hardware cloth, tacked down so that they're not sticking out at you. Anytime you carry these to handle these anyway, you're going to want to be careful, but you know, it gets any strays down, so I wouldn't purposely drag your hand across it though. So I got those down. Got this laid across even on both ends. I'm just going to start working my way down the end. I got kind of close to the edge, not right at the edge, but a little bit in. I'm going maybe 3 to 4 inches. I'll put a staple down. These aren't stainless steel staples or anything, but over time, yeah, they could rust if they get exposed to too much moisture of any kind. But for the most part, I'm going to keep them in indoors, drier conditions, so they won't be exposed to a lot of moisture. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Like I say, I'm no professional carpenter, so another reason I'm trying to show you guys how to do this, just so that you know that anybody can put this stuff together. It's like growing, you know, learn some tips, tricks, and you can do it yourself. And that's also why we have YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and take these staples that I put in now. I'm going to tack all these down just a little bit, get these firmed in so they're not sticking up. Alright, those in. I'm just going to go put a couple extra ones here at the top of the feet. Hold down the corner fabric a little bit. They're not required or anything, but it just makes me feel a little better at these corners. They're holding on a little better. I'm just putting these right to the top of the legs on for the feet. Tack these real quick. That's all tacked down. Now you grab your cutters. These are right-handed snips. Right hand, left hand. As long as it cuts. I'm going to come in from this end. I'm going to come out maybe 1/2 inch. I ain't the fastest at this, so bear with me. Goes in the sawhorse. Yeah, I could have put some 2x4s across there. That would have been smart to go ahead and hold that up a little better, but I don't know. I don't like to do anything the easy way. This landscape fabric, if you just want to make one drying rack, you can buy these in 5-foot sections if you wanted to. I think they go from 5 to 25. I'm not sure if there's any in between. But if you just want to make one rack, you can buy just one little small roll. There you go, get that cut off. Take this edge. If you got enough fabric, I mean, I'm doing these pretty specific in length, so I'm only going to have so much fabric left on the roll. But you could try to fold it under and then tack it down. I got just a little bit here I can try to work with. If you have a pair of pliers or something, it'll be easier to bend down. But, I don't know. I'm pretty brave, so I'm just going to bend it straight down. I'm not worried about the burrs. I'm sure they'll get me eventually, but I'll just be mindful. That's why you have plenty of staples with you. Reload real quick. Right. Just put them in there. Lock it back in. As I said, I'm going about every inch and a half. Oh goodness. Alright. That away. Take my hammer again. Tack these in. I'm just going to go all the way down the strip, even on the wire that doesn't have a staple in it. Just kind of helps bend it down and hold it down a lot better. Puts a little crease in it. Folds it over. Got these stink bugs everywhere this time of season. I don't know if you guys have them where you're at, but man, I can find them all over the place. Alright. So, there you have it. It's and I don't have any, since the legs are on the inside, of these, it makes it awesome for stacking on these. You don't have to worry about them tipping or missing or falling off each other. They're inset a little bit, so it's like perfect. And you just stack them on each other, real stable. And you can get to drying. Thanks for following me on this. If it was any help to you, think it'd help any friends of yours or anything, feel free to share this with any friends you have. We're going to the HOA, Homesteaders of America Conference here in Virginia, coming this weekend. If any of you are going, send us a message. We'd like to meet up with you. Or if we'll try to get some posts, some videos posted on it. And just stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.